on 27 and counted on the 2. You know,
DOT ain't got but so long before they put a red light right there. They got to. One more bad wreck right there, I promise
I mean,
you.
probably
That's coming.
they're gonna probably 4 lane through Fort White.
Yeah, absolutely.
I seen where they widening the road all the way to Fort
But
White.
turning lanes all the way down 27 to Fort White.
That's why they're doing all that forward work right now.
We gotta make a decision. Y'all have any questions? Thank
All
Mr.
right.
Thank you. Just want to thank you for y'all, any more discussion on it?
I'm just, it's a lot to process, man, doing this position, I don't know what to do, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, it all makes sense in here, but I don't, I'm not sure what happened to where it got to here, what the plan is, what.
And your biggest concern is the traffic. Is the traffic is what you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just a mess through here because from the main road, then you got our interior roads that are just terrible right now. This U1, you got the rest of them out by the football field.
Real quick,
Yes, sir.
if I can throw this in here, the other thing I think that got left out of here was these plans were sent to a third party company, EDA, that the town of Fort White uses. It's an engineering firm out of Gainesville. They made their markups and recommendations and changes. We answered all those and sent them back to them as well. So this isn't just going to you guys and nobody else.
Oh, no,
The
absolutely.
separate company has checked this if that plays into this at all.
So the town's engineering company has approved these
Correct.
The town's engineer,
has approved these plans.
who is that?
No,
Logare.
it's a consulting firm out of Gainesville that does planning and zoning and engineering, et cetera. These were sent to them for review. And they made several changes and requests, which were incorporated into these plans.
That's EDA, right?
Yes.
Engineering, EDA engineering.
Yeah, yes, we're setting guys, we need for this to go through, they're asking for approval of preliminary plat, which, as, Glenn gave advice, if we make a motion to approve, then this is the last stage, right?
What you will be doing is making a motion to recommend approval
Right,
to the town
right.
council.
But if it gets approved here, it's 9 times out of 10 get approved.
Correct, because
Yes.
you're all the same.
Right, so,
But you can put conditions if you feel that's entirely up to the town council.
I'd like to do a traffic count.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve the preliminary plat for the Glen Farm subdivision.
is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so as we're setting now, we got a motion, we got a second. So, all in favor of approving, approval of preliminary plat for Gwen Farm subdivision, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
No.
So that basically, that's 2 and 2.
Right.
Tie.
You vote.
I'll do this, man.
Okay.
As Mr. Coons says, the family that's doing this is an awesome family. I don't think none of the board would argue that a bit. I think the biggest thing here is there is a traffic count situation. I will agree with Mr. Florence and Mr. King. I live in one of the subdivisions, and I understand what you're saying, I do, but you'll be wanting to kill somebody when you come down 18, I'm telling you. That's why most of the time I go out of my way to go around 18 to go the other way. And it's further that way, that we have to go to the stop sign right here at the road. So,
Well, come sit in my driveway.
I don't want to sit in your driveway either, so.
I
I come that way
I just, I think with the, and I know, one of y'all brought up, our interior roads, which we're working on to try to get paved, but I mean, that's like an act of Congress trying to get grants to try to get roads paved. We've got some really bad interior roads here in town. And I think the more traffic you put on them, the worse they're gonna get. If it boils down to what I'm thinking, I will probably have to agree with the traffic count study, for the simple reason. You know, our job is to protect the community, the citizens of Fort White. And I think that's the right call. I really do. I think that making the decision to protect them, and as long as the traffic count study comes back and it's okay and DOT recommends it, then I say by all means, roll it. That's my suggestion. So at this time, I will have to oppose it. So I will have to oppose, and with changes, with saying that a traffic count study be done, and I think we can move forward with this.
Well, now remember what Mr. Kirk said. There's a count and there's a study. There's two different things. A count triggers a study,
Right,
okay? But you can call DOT and request.
right.
So
What,
I'm just throwing that
so
up.
so Mr. Kurtz, what, with a count, so what do we need to do here to get our answer?
If we were to conduct a full-on traffic count, the amount of traffic that we get out of that, I would have to check the regulations. And once that count exceeds that, then you would require a full-on traffic study. We checked the data that DOT has on County Road 18, and it's been below that count, which is why we haven't conducted a traffic study. So we have the equipment at the office to do a traffic study ourselves, but we would be basically reproducing what DOT has already given us.
When did they do their count?
I'd have to check the report.
And where would the count take place? You said, I know, at the end of 18, here at 27, and at the opposite end of 18, or?
Just the traffic count would happen on County Road 18. If it were to be a traffic study, that would have to happen on County Road 18 at the intersection and on 2 locations on US 27. You're taking the data for the entire area, analyzing it, and then you're seeing what your traffic impact is. Traffic count is just observing the amount of vehicles on that road right there. I mean, that clears it up for you.
So count would just worry about 18 right here.
Correct.
And it would see whether or not it meets the threshold to do the study. So I think if you're voting no, then for one of the three of you would have to do a new motion to say that you would approve a preliminary on these folks doing traffic.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with approving it with a traffic. Yes. I think that, I mean, actually, Ms. Mary and Ms. Coons already voted yes. You know, Mr. King, Mr. Florence is worried about, and me too, they bring up a good point, of our interior structure, roads. Where is that traffic going to push to now? Okay, because I know, I've seen it happen in Fernandina Beach when they put in a subdivision. They started taking this access road instead of waiting at the red light. And then now that street become a very popular street. And I think people will be cutting around inner streets. Our roads are already bad enough. You start putting more roads, putting more traffic on, they're really going to get bad, and until we get them fixed. So I'm okay with the approval. I think we've already went through all the preliminaries and everything. I don't think the subdivision's a problem. I think it's the traffic count that everybody's worried about. So I would definitely make a motion with that being said.
So Mayor, is your motion that if the traffic study comes back okay, you're voting to approve?
That's what we was just talking, yes, sir. We were saying that we're gonna go back and make a motion now, that if the traffic count comes back and it's good, then are y'all okay with?
So a letter from.
That's my decision. Oh, let me ask that.
Let me just clarify what y'all want. Do y'all want a letter from DOT and from the county that the road is set up that will handle the traffic generated by that subdivision?
Well, you know, like you've been here your whole life, you know, everybody is fussed about 18 right now.
I
And
agree.
DOT has never done anything about
I
it.
agree.
And here we are, we're gonna put more traffic, more people on that road now, and they still ain't gonna do anything about it probably. So,
I really believe that most of the traffic
just absolutely a nightmare.
Mr. Dickey, let Mr. Ford finish, please. I'm sorry.
I really believe most of your traffic is gonna be going towards Gainesville or Lake City,
Right.
so they'll probably, I
hope you're
over
right.
half of them go toward 441.
Right. I hope you, that's the way I
They'll be going down 75 or either going to,
Yeah.
you know, 441. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Going to Lake City or Gainesville.
Right. I mean, are y'all okay with making a motion contingent on that?
Right, yeah, I just wanna see what's gonna happen and where we're gonna go with it, with the road studies. You know, 5 years from now, you know, you got a 2-car household, kids get 16, you add another car or 2 to that household, now we got 4 cars instead of 1 to 2. You know, are we gonna have a plan in place for our future residents here? You know, the subdivision, this a go, no, you know, that is what it is.
Right.
It's not a problem with that, but it's the actual roads and the interior roads and what's our plans gonna be furthermore from that.
So, anything else from the audience, sir?
I would find out when the latest study was done. I would get a current study, because I live right there on 18th.
Yes,
And I work out waste every morning. And the cars that come down that road are flying,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
flying.
yeah.
People on Saturday and Sunday, when they come back from the river and stuff, they're flying to get home.
Right, yes, sir.
You go behind this Floyd's house where that road is going into the school,
Yes, sir.
in the mornings and the afternoons, people are in a hurry getting their kids there. I'd get a current one.
Right. Right.
Because-
Which I believe y'all do a current count study, right, for us, so we have a current one, not one dated 10 years ago, so.
Yes, sir.
So we'll make sure it's
What-
current, so.
What is this count gonna tell us?
Well, it's going, I guess, Ms. Kirk, you know more about the